It's honestly crazy. The sheer number of people that told me, Tyler, you gotta do the dinos in Farmer Was Replaced. Okay, I'm here to do the dinos in Farmer Was Replaced. It's kind of the last thing that we can actually do. I suppose that there's still, I mean, we could get access to the cost of things, and there's also polyculture, but I don't really care about this. In terms of, like, actual mechanics in the game, dinosaurs was the last thing. Majestic ancient creatures, which we can unlock with 5,000 cactuses. I did end up coming on here and just running some of my code. You can see that I have, like, 70,000 of everything. I wanted to test it all and make sure that things still worked, that I understood what the hell I was doing before I came back in here and tried to code dinosaurs. So it's good. It's good. Should be in decent shape. The pumpkin code is broken. There's a small issue in here somewhere where occasionally the pumpkins get stuck. It's legitimately our drone now moves too fast for it. So somewhere in here, I'm skipping something that shouldn't be skipped. I'm not gonna worry about it, okay? Let's do some dinosaurs. Let's do some dinosaurs. I have actually no clue what to expect because nobody has ever actually told me what the dinosaurs are. I just figure it's gonna be the hardest thing, and I've been dreading it because I code all day for my day job, and doing more coding after a day of coding, and especially it being hard like the freaking mazes, I just couldn't, man. I just couldn't. So, dinosaurs unlocked. Let's read, okay? So dinosaurs are ancient majestic creatures that can be farmed for ancient bones. Okay, to get dinosaurs you have to trade eggs, use them with use item items.egg. Sure? Dinosaurs like to move. So from time to time the dinosaur will swap with a random neighbor. The swap works just like calling swap direction manually, except that it happens randomly from time to time. Okay, I'm wondering if I can still swap. My guess is I can, otherwise randomness plays a factor in this for sure. Dinosaurs can be harvested for bones using the harvest command. 4 types of dinosaurs. Harvesting a dinosaur will also harvest all adjacent dinosaurs of the same type. So an entire connected group of dinosaurs will be harvested at once. Okay, sure. Type of dinosaur can be measured with measure. Returns a unique number for each type of dinosaur. So the 4 types, I'm guessing it's going to be like 0, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, which is fine. We can work with that. Remember, you can also pass a direction into measure to measure an entity next to the drone. Sure, measure north, for example, will measure the entity to the north. Makes sense. Number of bones you get depends on the size of the group of dinosaurs you harvest. Harvesting groups up to 4 will drop bones equal to the square of the group size. Groups of size 4 or larger. Groups of size 4 or larger drop bones, sorry, I can't read, equal to 4 times the group size. Okay, so thus the number of bones per dinosaur increases with group size up to size 4 and then remains constant. For optimal efficiency, you always want to harvest groups of size 4 or larger. Okay, that's fine, to be honest. Groups also wrap around the side of the farm. So a dinosaur on the edge of the farm is considered adjacent to a dinosaur on the other side. That's crap to deal with. But I guess I need to see it in action. But this doesn't seem as bad, okay, as mazes. This is just basically, we're just doing a sorting algorithm again. Because my idea here, so just before we even plant them, right, which I do want to do, let's start by, let's harvest our grid. So let's come in here, and my harvest grid is up there. Just remove this, and let's call a harvest grid. Beautiful. Run that. Gorgeous. Okay. Let me explain, and then we'll put them in. Nah, I should probably put them in and then explain. But I'm going to explain and then put them in. So this entire thing is going to be filled with dinosaurs that are occasionally going to move with a neighbor, which is fine, okay? I think that that's largely irrelevant, unless they move, like, real freaking fast, and they're just moving constantly. It didn't word it like that, so I don't know. But if there's 4 types, right? If we work on a singular row at a time, we'll have 4 different types of dinosaurs in here. And if we just continue to move them until... This assumes that we can swap manually, which is something we'll have to test. Otherwise, we're just going to be like scanning it over and over until we can find a group of 4, which is kind of weird, but I guess it'll work. I think that we can swap them manually. We lose a lot of control if we can't. So it makes sense we would. But we'll just sort the rows, right? So if we sort the row, and this will be, you know, maybe there's 3 1s here, and then 2 2s, 2 3s, and 2 4s. And there's your 4 types. Then my drone's pretty fast at this point. I mean, you kind of saw how fast he moves. So this thing will be sorted pretty quick before the dinosaurs can move around. And you'll end up having basically 4 rows of the 4 types, and then you just harvest. And you may have some shift here and there, but if we sort them correctly, they're not going to shift that much. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Let's plant them. So it's use entity.egg or something like that. Use item. I have to trade for the item first. So let's trade. I don't even know how to get the eggs. Let's take a look here. So dinosaurs. I mean, I can also just make them more effective immediately. We're at max level for it, so that's fine. Open informational and find dinosaur right here. Harvesting them drops items. Bones. That's great. How do I get the eggs? Eggs. Trade. It's cactuses. Okay. So use item items.eggs. Trade costs 60 cactuses. So let's just do a very large trade here. Trade rec. Our item is items.egg. Beautiful. Items.egg. And just give me like 1,000. I think that's more than enough. Okay. It's gonna burn through all of our cactuses. I'm going to stop it now. Okay. We don't probably need 1,000. And then with this, we're now going to use items.egg. And then we're going to fill the entire grid with dinosaurs, and we're going to see what happens, okay? The dinosaurs are chickens. That's incredible. Okay. They move fast, but not that fast. I did not expect them to be chickens, man. That took me by surprise. And yet it's funny nonetheless, since it's a farming game, and that actually makes so much sense. Okay. So the sound is atrocious. I'm going to want to die by the end of this. This is interesting. I think that we can figure something out here. So let's start writing some code. We need to do the rows, right? So let's start on the bottom row, and we're just going to basically loop the grid. So let's loop. I did not want to remove that. Let's just loop for x in range our world size. We're going to move. Well, we're going to measure, right? And let's just set that equal to type. I do want to see real quick. And then just do a flip, right? I don't remember how to do a flip. Do a flip. That way we can see. We should have, when we say print, it'll say which one is move east. Okay. I just want to see if it's 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So if we Popia, that's 0, 0, 2, 0, 3, and then I guess 1. Okay, yeah. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's okay. That should be fine. So we're going to want to... If it's... This is very similar to the sunflowers in a lot of ways. So we're going to measure, and then we're gonna measure the chicken to the east, okay? So let's do a, this will be type 1, this will be type 2, and we're just gonna say measure east. If type 2 is less than type 1, then we're going to swap, and then the direction is to swap. Well, you're gonna swap, I guess you're gonna swap east, right? And then we're just gonna run this for a while. Why do you not like me? Let's reset drone. Oh, now you're in the top, which is okay. Why is this acting weird? What did I do wrong here? 4x in range, get world size, type 1 is am I doing something wrong with measure? I don't think I am. This is why you don't freaking go 10 months without doing a game. Measures the entity under the drone. Measured direction is measuring the adjacent. And then maybe we can't swap, man. Maybe we can't swap. Swap and then the direction swaps the entity under the drone with the entity next to the drone. Doesn't work on all entities. So if type 2 greater than type 1. Oh, we never move. So if it, okay, hold on. Then move east, right? And then let's see how this goes. Okay, but I need you to keep doing it until they're in, like it's doing, like now they're in order, right? So black is 0, brown is 1, white is 2, and that's 3. I have to imagine that that's correct. So once they're all in order, we want to move to the next row. Okay? So let's make sure that they're all in order. The best way to make sure they're all in order is if we perform a swap, then we're just gonna set a flag, okay? So flag will be equal to 1. Let's start by setting flag equal to 0. And then we're going to say while flag is not equal to 1, perform this, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Once we perform a swap, we'll set flag equal to 1, and then we actually want to reset flag to 0 down here because we want to always give it a chance, right, to make it through. So they're now back to being all in the wrong order. So let's keep swapping, and now they're good. Okay, now they're good. That's lovely. That's lovely. That's very clean. They're going to move and there's going to be issues, man. But that is, we're getting minimum viable product for the chickens right now. Okay. So those are good. Once we escape the loop, then we're going to go down to the next row. Okay. So we're going to move south. Okay. And then you're going to do this whole thing again. So let's build this in a modular fashion, which is going to be basically building a giant loop again for X in range, get world size, and what we don't want to do for Y. So we're going to do this, and then for each one of those. Well, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, hold on. Why is this one breaking me? We're gonna move south and then jump back up. But we want to we want to do like a... I know that while trues are not good to do, but start me with a while true. Because we need to keep track of... So if get world size... Let's get world size here. And let's just print X for now. So it's 9. 9 is our current world size. That is so cool. That's so cool. I love the way that that's doing that. Let's also move this just to make it a little easier to see here. Do something like this. So we'll get the world size. I want to then create a list. I wonder if there's list comprehensions in this, man. We're gonna try. So our list is going to be equal to L is a list X for I in get world size. We're gonna see if that works. I highly doubt it, to be honest, but you never know. I don't know what version of Python they're using. Expected a comma. Yeah, okay. So we're list comprehensions. This is a really wacky. For those that use this to learn a programming language for yourself, this is something you can do in Python, that basically you can build a list off of a like single statement in here. We can do this a different way, which is basically going to be for I in get world size. We're going to L.append I, okay? And then we can print L, and we'll just make L an empty list at the start. So now, you don't like me. 9 can't be iterated in a loop. Oh, yeah. For I in range, get world size. There's now a list from 0 to 8, okay? And the reason we want a list from 0 to 8 is... this is now our way to... Maybe I didn't need this at all, now that I kind of think about it, but that's okay. While there are still entries in our list, okay? So while X is not equal to get world size -1, okay? This is going to, we need the counter variable, okay? Count's gonna start at 0. We do not need this list that I've created, because now we can just do a quick tracker here. We're going to count plus equals 1. Sorry, my brain is collapsing upon itself. So while 0, not 0, while count is not equal to get world size -1, then you're going to go swap all the lads. And then... why does that... why are you stuck in there, brother? Why are you stuck in there? You're forever doing a swap. Less than or equal to. Because you're gonna keep swapping back and forth between the two, right? No, that's so much worse. Now you're definitely gonna do that. Okay. Well, less than. Why are you getting stuck in there and continuing to swap? So if... I wish that I could make them all stop moving for like 2 seconds, man. But let's think about this. So while flag not equal to 1. So we get in here, we start looping the row. We measure the first position. We measure the position to... because at the end of the row, he sees this guy. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Because it loops around the grid, right? So if... we need to get our current X position, okay? So if type 2 is less than type 1 and get position X is not equal to get world size, because I don't want to worry about the wrapping. I really don't think we need to, okay? So we do a check that if we're currently on this furthest side, then don't swap. Okay. Now, you're never swapping. Okay. While flag is not equal to 1. While flag is not equal to 1. So if flag... This starts at 1. But then it's never gonna loop. What am I doing here, brother? What am I doing here? Brain is not turned on this Sunday today. I am so sorry. That was accurate now. But we're still not escaping the loop because if we go through and we never perform a swap, then flag will remain 0. Well, because we reset it at the end of it. So flag is always going to be equal to 0, which makes a lot of sense. We want to set flag to 0 here instead. Well, but it'll always be... So if... But then if we set flag equal to 1, then it's just going to leave. And yeah, it's never gonna actually do what we want it to, because you're always going to escape because flag equals 1. So while flag is equal to 1, we set flag equal to 1 at the beginning, and then we set it equal to 0. And now it'll finish each row. And then be good to go. Now this needs to just be this, because now you'll do every row, right? Okay. And then you'll go back to the top, and then we basically just want to run a harvest, and it's going to get most of them. I think that this is, they move too much, okay? But this is not a terrible approach to doing it. We also, I mean, it's tough. It's tough because groups of 4 is really the best that you want, right? Because more than 4, let's reread it, right? So dinosaurs, number of bones you can get depends on the size of the group. Harvesting groups up to 4 will drop bones equal to the square of the group size. So you really don't want that many. The odds of getting an entire row without a color, I mean, I suppose there's a row without a color here. For a second there was. But the odds of placing down 9 people and not getting one is really low. Okay? I mean, is actually very low. You should get 1 of each. So at bare minimum, 4 rows is all it would take to do this efficiently. So I think maybe I'm crazy, okay? But we really only want while count is not equal to 4. And then at the end of this, we just loop again. So then now you set up the while true here. We do the entire thing. And then what we want to do a check of, right, is we're going to want to have some, you know, plant the eggs, right? Oh, I wonder something. Now, this is an interesting idea. So if I plant some grass with it, will they move and swap with the grass? Because I'm thinking if we limit them, and maybe we do 5 lanes, right? So we go 5 lanes and then a lane of grass, right? Oh, I'm looking at it now. If we did like groups of 4 and then did a T of grass, it's irrelevant. We should not do that. Okay, we should not do that. But I'm thinking maybe we give them 5 rows and then we put down grass, right? So we're gonna we're gonna do something weird here, okay? I need to go to 0, 5, okay? So go to 0, 5. And let's make sure. Can I quit comment out? I can't. I didn't delete the code, okay? I have it copy and pasted. Go to 0, 5. Okay, go to 0, 6 then. No, go to 0, 4 then. Okay. We're going to want to, well, it'll actually be 0, 3. Because I want to be on this row. And then we're going to plant wheat on this row, okay? So 4x in range, get world size. We are going to harvest, plants, items dot grass. I don't remember how to plant grass, to be honest with you. That's a problem. Let's take a look at grass, brother. Hey, obtained by cutting grass. How do I freaking get grass, man? Entities dot grass. Plant entities dot grass, and then move east. Okay, and then keep doing that. Okay, so that's now going to do that. They don't swap with the grass. They don't swap with the grass. That's great news. Okay, so now we can start our code with that, right? I'm cooking. Just let me cook for a second. Then in here, there isn't enough indentation here. That's a good point, okay? Now we're going to want to all of this goes at the very beginning. Then this loop goes. So you're going to go in, you're going to harvest all those plants, move. Then I want you to reset yourself. And then you're going to start the process of swapping these rows. Less than operator cannot be used on none and one. That's a fair point. We do want to also make sure after this we're gonna plant all the eggs. Okay, so this is plant the divider. Okay, then we're going to plant the eggs. So you're gonna reset drone, plant the eggs, and planting the eggs is gonna be as simple as a 4x in range, get world size, harvest whatever's there, and then use item dot egg, right? Use items dot egg. I should probably do like a check because there's a chance it could swap, which is kind of annoying. So we can set this up on a while true as well. And then harvest, use item, do a check, right? So if, I don't remember how to do a check if it's can harvest, right? If can harvest, yeah, if can harvest. So if can harvest, can I, is it possible to use an egg? Maybe I'm being stupid here. Okay, maybe we don't need to worry about this. We'll harvest, we'll use item, we'll move east. You'll do that for the row. And then once you're done with the row, you're going to move south. Okay, that's just not how that works at all. Move south, then you're gonna do that. And you're gonna do this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So you're gonna do this for I in range 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try it, okay? And then you'll start going. The problem is the harvesting. We need to perform a full harvest first. I think we need to just do a full harvest. Okay, we need to be intelligent here. So let's, in reset drone, does that harvest the entire grid? I guess it doesn't, it just goes to top. So let's reset drone, harvest grid, and then start to plant the divider. So get rid of all of them, plant the divider, put in your... Okay, we need to do it for one more, so we'll do it in range 5. So finish them, put in 5, start swapping them, okay? Get them all in a nice position, and then once this is done, which we can get figured out. So if... Can I check the entity underneath me? Because that's a good idea. If... I have no clue if I can actually see that, man. I know we can do, like, if can harvest, which is just if there's an entity underneath it. That doesn't help me a ton. If... measure. Can measure some values. Measures the entity. Gotcha. Yeah, so if measure is none, okay? So then move south. And if measure equals none, then you're going to break that loop, okay? We should see the loop break now. This is not a valid statement. Sorry, it's break. Okay. We should see the loop break after it fully swaps what needs to get swapped. Okay, it is not doing that. If measure equals none. That should be happening on this tile, man. And I'm not sure why it isn't. So let's... Maybe this is a case of none can't be... Must be a colon at the beginning of every code block. Okay, you really don't like... Is none? None is sometimes a funky keyword in Python, man. So I didn't know if there was a chance that gets weird. Measure... Yeah, I mean, you return none. So I guess we could do if measure, right? Would none, if not measure, then break? There's a chance that works. We're gonna find out, right? Okay, you swap them. And... no, you just still keep going. I just need to break you on line 5, okay? Which is fine. I mean, I can just make it where if get position X is equal to 0 and get position Y. The thing is that even as we scale up the grid... well, that's not true. Right? Because that'll definitely change. Yeah, this will change over time. We'll have to figure out a better solution for that. So this will be 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. Yeah, so when we are at position X equals 0, position Y equals 3, break the loop, and then... that breaks. Oh, that breaks this loop, man. Ah, frick. Okay. So we actually... maybe I had this right before. Hold on. Let's just do if measure equals none, break. There's a chance that this will work now. We had that indented one too far. Okay, so now you swap. And you broke the loop. Okay. Now you still go all the way down, which is kind of annoying. Why did you keep going down? You move south. Because what we want to do is, if measure equals none, reset the drone, and then literally just do line through, right? You're going to loop for X in range world size, and then we're just going to harvest each tile and move east, right? And then just keep doing that. So now you get rid of all of them, plant your chickens, swap them, they're doing fine, and then go back, and then you get screwed up because you end up in this. So they moved in such a way that they got screwed up, which is annoying, okay? It is annoying. Is it the most optimal in the world? No. So what we should do is basically we'll take this code, right? Reset the drone, and then harvest the chickens, right? So now we're only gonna ever use just a small portion of the grid, because otherwise it's not optimal, right? And in that case, it went fine. Like that worked extremely optimally. And then you just end up in an endless loop here. But I think that's not terrible, to be honest with you. It's really not terrible. I suppose if we wanted to be like super optimal, we could put more down here. But I'm gonna tell you, I like genuinely don't care. I think that just limiting it up here is okay. I mean, maybe we give them a little bit more. I don't think that's intelligent either. You end up in this big old loop, right? We want to break at the very end of this, and then that way we can basically loop this entire component, and then we add in our this is where we can steal from other stuff, right? So this is where we can say that while num items, oh god, brother, old code is gonna mess me up in here. While we're going here, while num items items.egg is less than, and we actually don't need while, we need if num items items.egg is, and this is a 5 by that is less than get world size times get world size, right? Which sounds weird. We're never going to need that much, but I think that it's safe to. Then we're going to trade rec for items.egg. How many do we need? Well, we would need potentially get world size times get world size. Because as this scales, I mean, we have to be careful to not figure that out. And then if, where is my trade rec function? Also known as my train wreck function. It's somewhere, brother. Where is it? It's hiding over here. Trade rec. It returns false. I don't remember how I set that up, so you're gonna have to be patient with me a little bit. But if we don't have enough eggs, get more eggs. What we need to build in here is if we don't have enough eggs to start or enough cactuses to start planting cactuses, but I'm not gonna worry too much about that right now. I just need to get some freaking dinosaur bones, okay? Then you're going to continue. But I need to now make sure that while requirements, while items.bones is not equal to requirements, we keep doing all of this. Okay. And then now we can, in our main function here, requirements is currently set to 75,000. Let's just set that to 5,000 for right now. And then we're going to try out our new code, okay? And in order to do that, I gotta make you a function. So that's not what we want to do. I need to bring you down, and then we'll set up a plant dinos and pass in requirements. And is that accurate? We technically just pass in rec. I should not use capital. It's just poor coding practice. Too much indentation, not unless I make it a function. And now we can plant dinos and pass in requirements. Okay. Hopefully you're following that. I'm not sure that I did. Let's see what happens, okay? So you harvest everything, you plant the wheat, and then you get going, planting your chickens in. And they moved kind of crappy. I think we made more eggs. And they're moving like psychos, man. They're moving like psychos. This is their movement has screwed me up something fierce, but I don't know. It works. I think it's okay. All right, I think it's okay. It's not the greatest in the world. I think that potentially it would be smarter to just, I don't know, maybe it's smarter to just make them, how the hell did one of them stay, man? That was impressive. I guess if it swaps position at the exact time that I go onto it, then it'll get screwed up, which is kind of crazy. Dude, I think that this is completely fine. You might not like it. I think that you can over-engineer this to make it even more foolproof, but I think that you're gonna waste cycles, man. I think you have to get just some value in and go from there. But I like the idea of limiting the farm. I think that that's because you're not gonna get optimum value out of them if you fill the entire farm. So we make it have a nice little barrier that they can't move past. And then it just goes. Now, I am a little bit concerned. My requirements is 5,000. Not really sure why it do still be going here. Because I definitely have 10,000 bones. So I could stop it at some point. Let it live its life. While items.bones is not equal to the requirement. Yeah, that's definitely the issue, for sure. While items.bones is less than the requirement, that should work a hell of a lot better. Let's just make sure you do one cycle. Yeah, okay, beautiful. Operator cannot be used on operand items.bones and 5,000. While num items.bones. Yeah, okay. Good, great point. Great argument, everybody. Now we should see. Yeah, okay. I mean, this becomes the world's worst grass function of all time. But that's quite okay too. Dude, I'm actually, to be honest with you, I'm relatively pleased about this. Just harvest the grid for me and then reset yourself back to the beginning. I think that it's completely fine for us to throw a reset drone in there. Gorgeous. Okay, dude, not bad. It's not bad. I'm over the moon happy. Can I increase my speed? Yeah, absolutely. Let's crank. You're now at max level. Do I want to do this? 75,000 to go to a 10 by 10? That's max level. Okay, well, I mean, I suppose that's fine. I can really just, dude, these are all at max level. I don't have enough mazes. Yeah, I need to run mazes for a while, but we can get a chunk of this. We can do polyculture, but brother, I don't care. I don't care. And I really don't need to join the leaderboard at all either. Function to temporarily slow down execution and make the grid smaller. Would be useful, okay? I mean, it would be useful, but I don't care. I genuinely, I am pretty pleased with this. The dinos may not be perfect, but they're my solution, and I am happy with my solution, okay? I don't have any eggs. It's because I don't have any cactuses. That's a pretty good point, okay? We can run the cactus code. Plant cactus. Get me 15,000 cactuses, please. That's mazes, because I don't have enough cactus seeds. Okay, so then the mazes are going to go. This system does work where it will, in most cases, my stuff just is smart enough to know what needs to get done in order to do things, which is very nice. But, I'm pleased. I'm pleased. I stole this maze code from somebody. I think that was in a previous episode. Somebody posted their maze code in the comments and said, yeah, this works like every time, and gets the max amount every time, so you should definitely just steal this. And I ripped that faster than anybody has ever ripped anything, because my maze code was horrendous. It was horrible. And I am very pleased to steal it from somebody. We'll let this run. I'll let you guys watch it, because the maze code is very enjoyable. I mean, it's a dream to watch this work. It is so intelligent. But, I'm happy, dude. I'm happy. It was fun to come back to Farmer Was Replaced and mess around with the dino chickens today. Still one of my favorite games this year. It will get a nod in my games of the year for sure. I just think that it's a very good education-based game that can teach you a lot about Python programming, and it's just very good. It's just very good. So it's been fun to come back to it. Now I can stop reading all the comments that say, Tyler, when are you gonna do dinos? Tyler, you gotta do dinos. Come back to the dinos. Dinos miss you, Tyler. We'll shoot you if you don't do dinos. Yada yada. It's good to have them done. I'm now trying to fill in words. Okay, finished. That's good. It's gonna keep on running mazes again, man. How did it do nothing? It didn't do anything, man. I still have 3 frickin' treasure chests. Did it get screwed up somewhere and then proceeded to, Did I run out of fertilizer? No. It harvested it. It did nothing. I have 3 gold. Or 3 treasure. I guess it is gold. Whatever. I don't know. It's good fun. It's good and happy. That's Dinos. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, as always, liking the video, much appreciated. Thank you for the charity goal. This was actually a charity goal. We raised $750 for charity. We're actually at like 8,000 for charity. But we raised $750, and that's what the goal was for Farmer Was Replaced. So appreciate all the support with the Extra Life charities this month. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.